Hey, welcome to FearlessTeamLeader.com. My name is Clint Mackey, and I am the author of FearlessTeamLeader.com. Today, what I'm going to show you is how to do some Facebook advertising for your business. Now, I'm going to use my real estate business as an example. I have a couple of different businesses that I work, but it's going to be easiest for me to do that. This is something that you're able to apply to any business you have, whether it's a real estate business, a multi-level marketing business, home-based business, whatever it is you have. I'm going to show you some of the ins and outs of how to advertise, pay-per-click advertising on Facebook. And you can use these principles through just about any other site like LinkedIn or whatever. So I'm going to show you how to put ad together, a few of the do's and don'ts, and I will forget some things. There's no doubt about it that I'll gloss over some things, go into too much details on others, but I'm going to give you the basics today, and whatever I miss, whatever questions you have or confusion I cause you, you can clear up just by calling me or emailing me. Be glad to have a conversation with you here. First of all, I want you to look at the ads that are in your right-hand column of your Facebook page. I'm talking about these here. These are generated not randomly or by accident whatsoever. If you go into Facebook, these ads show up for a very specific reason. That reason is that because you have been on certain pages, you have liked certain pages, and you have commented on certain content, and Facebook has a way of monitoring that and watching your habits and specifically pitching you ads that are most relevant to you. That's good news, actually, so don't let that freak you out. Of course they're taking metrics. Facebook is a big business. It's a huge business. The way they make their money is off these ads. And if you look around, there are ads here on the right-hand column. Ads will come in occasionally in your news feed. If you start looking through there, you'll run into a few about refinancing, that sort of thing. And you'll see there's ads everywhere you go. If I click on a random picture, let's see here. Click on a random picture anywhere in here. Let's try this right here. There'll probably be an ad. Nope, that pops up something else. You click on just about any picture that's in there, and an ad will pop up underneath someone's picture. I'll take a look at her profile here. Over here, this is stuff that is relevant to me in Facebook's opinion. So use that to your advantage. And what you need to do is start thinking about what it is that is on the mind of the consumer that you're trying to reach. You almost have to think like them. So take that into account when you start looking at your ads. Now here's how you actually go ahead and run an ad. There's an advertising center here, down here. Manage ads or create an ad. I already have a campaign started, so I'm not going to show you how to create a campaign. I'm going to show you how to put an ad within a campaign. So let's go in here, manage my ads, and I have a campaign here. It's a real estate campaign. I'm going to create an ad in here. Here's a few things you need to watch out for first. First of all, you need to set up your billing, and they're going to ask for a credit card. They will store it, and you need to make sure you set some limits on what you're willing to spend, because you don't want to wake up in the morning and find out they cleaned out your bank account because you told them to. So I have a very small budget I've put in here for this real estate marketing ad. It's working for me. It's bringing people in and getting them to notice my content. And as this unfolds, and once I get this campaign going, I'm going to ratchet that budget up and up and up into an area where it's productive and it's worthy of the money that I'm spending. I want to make sure that I'm getting the activity out of it that I really need. You got some settings here. Let's see here. This is really a very secure system that they have set up. And by the way, I'm going to be busting this tutorial up into different segments here. What I have to say here is not fit in a 5 or 10 minute video. It'll probably be 7 or 8 segments that you'll have to go through. So it's going to ask you some different questions here. Are you buying for a business? There's your business basic stuff for documenting who you are and what it is you're trying to accomplish. It will send you emails based on different criteria that you're setting right here. Whenever you change a daily budget, an ad is disapproved, or something needs editing, it'll send you an email or not if you uncheck that box. So if you think you're getting too much email from your advertising, you come into this section where you set it up and you click on or unclick what it is you're trying to complete. There are pages that I'm trying to promote. There's campaigns and ads that I have running here. You can track your conversion and find out exactly what's working, what's not. For the beginner, that's not something that that I'm going to go over right now. And here are the campaigns that I have going right now. I have this campaign of post engagement. This actually promotes my business page for Facebook, my real business page, and that's a graph showing the engagement from people. But these are the ads that I have running right now, and I've got it set up so that it does accomplishes several different tasks. One is that it promotes automatically the last post that's on my page. It puts it in front of the people who have liked that page, and it puts it in front of anybody who has a certain like or dislike. Another one, I can actually promote a specific home. So here it is, a lakefront log cabin that I have for sale. This ad targets 366,000 people because I set it up so it's people who live in the United States within 25 miles of Grand Rapids between the ages of 25 and 60 inclusive, and I'm paying between 30 cents and $1.88 per click. You can actually set it so that you have a maximum that you're willing to pay. I just said go nuts with that one. When it hits the limit for the day, I'm done. I'm going to close that one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up an ad, and I'm going to create an ad for that campaign, and I'm going to show you how easy this really is. So I'm going to type in a URL that I want to promote. I want to promote http www Michigan Resort for Sale.com. That actually will bring people to a page on my real estate website that's dedicated directly to that property. Oops. There it is. So that's where it's going to that is where it is going to drive traffic. Make sure I spelled that right. Yes. And it's going to pull up the URL. There's no picture there, but that's okay. Headline. Waterfront resort, micro resort. Or resort for, I can fit it in. Yay. I usually don't like it when people use the number 4, meaning for sale, but I'm doing it anyway. Waterfront resort for sale. Let's see here, Michigan. So you have a certain number of characters that you're able to have in the ad. It has to be short and to the point, which makes it very important that you know who you're talking to and who your target is for that particular ad. You can actually duplicate these ads and target different people with the same ad and kind of go fishing and find out who it is you're trying to attract and whether it's working or not. Michigan micro resort and business for sale. I've got enough room here. Waterfront. Now they have people review these ads. You can't just put anything in there and hope you're going to get away with it. They have people review these ads, and they reject a lot of ads for different reasons. If you have inappropriate content, or if you're driving traffic to a spammy link, something that's been complained about quite a bit on Facebook, they will just disallow your ad, and they won't even give you a reason why. They just say denied, try again. So you got to get good at making sure that you're driving traffic to something that Facebook likes, and they really do prefer that you are driving traffic still within Facebook, as long as you're not spamming people within Facebook. Michigan Waterfront Micro Resort and Business for Sale. Turnkey and established. If you put in too much punctuation, let's see here, or too many caps, they will reject your ad. So 9 characters over, I am going to, there we go. I'm going to put that in there, put my name in there. I've got more characters I can put in there. Video tour. They might reject that if I capitalize that. Video tour. There we go. Upload an image. I'm going to pick this image here, see if it'll fit. It's probably too big. Nah, it's the wrong proportion. I don't like that. Let's pick something pretty that we have already in hand, something that gets people's attention and gets them to say, yes, I'm interested in that. Let's pick a picture here that's worthy. I'm going to use that one. You can always go back and change the photos later on, and you can alter your text, but it does need to go through the review process again. One thing they're going to look for here is that in the photo, do you have a disproportionate amount of text to photo? So you can't run basically an advertisement within the advertisement. You can have a website name on the photo itself. They won't allow that. So they don't want people to look at the ad and then go to the website. They want people to click on it because that's how they make money. Every time someone clicks on that ad, they make however much money you've agreed to pay them per click. So having a good compelling ad, something that attracts their attention, a decent headline, and a compelling topic that is targeted directly to the people that you're trying to appeal to makes a lot of sense. So they're going to show you the different formats. It's going to show up. This is exactly how it'll look when it is produced and sent to your clients or the people that you're trying to attract. That's probably as good as it's going to get. I might be able to, weaning in a few more spaces in there, but that's as fancy as they let you get. Is very efficient for them. Right now it is showing to 158,922,000 people. That's not what we want. I'm trying to target this ad to people who live in a very specific area here. I'm going to say in the city of Chicago, Illinois. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm going to try this out in a couple of different cities, and I want to narrow it down from 2 million people down to just several thousand, honestly. So I'm going to leave it in a radius of 10 miles. So you can say, if it was Grand Rapids, I'd say a radius of 50 miles because that includes a lot of different cities. I don't want 13-year-olds looking at this. I want people with some money that have the ability to buy. And I'm going to bracket this for age, and I'm going to start it out at 40 years old. And I'm going to put it to 55 years old, and then my next ad will go from 55 to 70, say, and I'll see which ones of those. It'll be the same ad, but I'll put the next one will bracket it from 55 to 70, and then I'll be able to compare those two ads and say, okay, the one that's from 55 to 70 compares in traffic to the one 40 to 55 in age, and which one is attracting the most people, and I can eliminate the ad that's not working or is giving me bad results. You can attract people based on their activities as well. Now, I might leave that blank right now, but for instance, one thing that I find is people who like waterfront property are into boating. Let's see here. See that number changed from millions down to probably just thousands, and that's what you want. 9,540 people are into boating. So only if they're in Chicago, with really close to Chicago, I'm going to expand that just a little bit. Really close to Chicago, within 25 miles of Chicago, they're in that age bracket right there, 40 to 55, and they like boating. They've indicated that they like boating, or you can even choose yachting, whatever. That'd be the wrong market for this particular property. That's the only people it's going to show that ad to. So it's only about 9,500 people are going to ever see that ad. And Facebook is saying that to be seen, I need to be able to pay between upwards of 33 cents, a maximum of $1.50. Quite often they'll say, hey, with that metrics, what you laid out here, your competitors are willing to pay 33 cents, but you might pay a lot less depending on that day, who is on Facebook, and what it is they're clicking on. So that's just a suggestion. That's not what you're necessarily going to pay. Connections, anybody, you can do some advanced targeting, saying only people who are connected to so-and-so, a person, an application, or a certain page that's out there. I can target only those who are friends connected to a certain person, an app, my page, whatever. I could target this ad only to people who are my friends if I wanted to. And so there's a lot of flexibility here. There's advanced targeting options. You can say only men, only women, all people, single, relationship, whatever. I'm not going to specify that for this ad, but suppose you're targeting women who are buying facial cream or a health product of some kind. That's what you're going to do. If you're promoting a dating site, you don't want people who are in a relationship or married to see this. You're going to uncheck all that, and you're going to check the single people only. So you're not wasting money on people who don't qualify or are not likely to purchase your product. Language is pretty important here. All of my websites are in English, and people who don't speak English, I don't even want them to see the ad because it's not a racial thing. They won't understand the ad. They won't be able to read it. So I'm going to type in here English. Now, what if you are promoting something like a language course? If you want to teach people how to speak Spanish, you don't want people who are speaking Spanish already to see your ad because it's a waste of money. You want people who are speaking English that want to learn Spanish. So there's a lot of flexibility you have here, and there's some guesses you can make about your avatar, the people you're trying to attract. For instance, it's a pretty good bet that people who are going to buy a $420,000 piece of real estate, a business, have had some kind of college experience. They're not in college, they're not in high school, let's just say college graduate. You can even pick the college that they went to or the field of study. Now see what happened to that number right there? I went from millions of viewers to 3,940 people. That's perfect because I know I'm narrowing down, and it's going to save me money, and it's going to really attract the right people. I've got this campaign budgeted for $4 a day. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but the amount of clicks I'm getting is definitely worth it. It's driving traffic to that page that is where I want them to go. I am trying to drive them to, let's see here, the pages, let's see, my listings. I'm trying to drive them to these pages, and it is going to go to this one right here, and that is the resort that I have for sale, which by the way is a bargain at $429,000. And on that page there's a video that will play right there. That's what I want them to see. I'm trying to get them to go to that page, and we're going to see what we can do about getting that to happen. So review this real quick here with me. I went from millions of people who would see that ad, and they're going to be driven to that URL right there. I wonder if I can change that. I'm going to change that right there. Save it a little bit of messing around there. I'm driving them straight to that capture page, and there's the picture. There's the avatar I started to design here. People who live in Chicago, that age range, men and women who are into boating. You can name a lot of different events if you want to. If you find out that you're only getting a few people here, you can add more events like boating and water skiing are fairly similar events, and connect it to anyone. They're seeking men. It doesn't matter. See, there's different criteria right there. I'm limiting it to people who have graduated from college. You can even name a workplace. So say you wanted to advertise only to people who were Visalis distributors, because you have something that will help their business. The Empower Network blog, for instance, you could do that. People who put themselves down as full-time Visalis distributors. All right, here we go. GoMichiganRealEstate.com is a campaign, $4 a day. Run the campaign continuously starting today, or you can do a start and end date. Now, what I've done for real estate is I've had open houses where I started at a certain time advertising that open house, and I actually ran an ad on Facebook with a picture of the property saying open at this time, and I ran that ad for 5 days before the open house, and I stopped it an hour before the open house started, and then I ended that ad, and it only cost me about $8 for the ad, and I had a lot of people show up. Now they are saying this is the pricing. You're going to optimize for clicks, and I can manually bid for clicks, or I can say, okay, you guys figure out what it's going to cost me. Right now it's saying I'm going to pay up to 57 cents a click. Optimize it for impressions means that it's not based on how many people click on it. Your ad is going to show to everybody that's in that category, and it's going to say, okay, we're going to show it to 3,940 people, and what's it going to cost to advertise for impressions? I want people to click on that page. That's what I want. You can automatically optimize it, and they're going to tell you what it's, so you can manually bid for it. Now it's saying to bid between $35 and $1.44. I am going to let them decide what it's going to cost me, and when it hits that $4 a day, I'm done with the ad for the day. So I'm going to place that order. Oops, to show in your news feed, your ads need to come from a Facebook page. What that means is they want to know that you are actually promoting a page. So that is coming from my GoMichiganRealEstate.com, not my personal page. So it is attributed to that page. So we're all fixed, and place that order. It can take some time to get these ads approved. I've had them disapproved in minutes. Oh, there we go. I've had them disapproved in minutes, and I've had them take days and days to be approved. You just don't know. My suggestion is create a bunch of different ads, see which ones they approve, and then go back to the ones that were already approved, like these, and run variations of the ones that were already approved, and start figuring out what ones actually work. You can see some of these here I've gotten absolutely no clicks on. Here's one I got a lot of clicks on, and other ones I have gotten very few. Now let's go back to the ad center here. I'll let you guys figure this out. This is just a graph showing you how many people have liked my page, how many people have actually seen the ad going up and down, and you can do reports on your advertising performance by campaign, by filter, within a certain date range, and going to different web pages that you've set up. Conversion tracking, settings, all that sort of stuff. You just slide through these, and if you have any questions on any of these different features here, definitely feel free to give me a call. I hope this helps. This is just supposed to be a beginner's guide to getting started, but you really need to get your feet wet. You need to get in there and figure out what works for you best, and understand the basics of advertising, then go from there. Go in and figure out what you really like to do and what it is that works for you, and start promoting the products and services that are best for you, that promote what it is that suits your marketplace. My name is Clint Mackey. FearlessTeamLeader.com is my website. I am the author of FearlessTeamLeader.com. My job, my mission, my entire goal in life is to leave you better than I found you, and I hope I've done that today. I'll see you on the other side.